Hi, ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Marcus here again. Look, I want to share something with you. Please bear with me just for a moment. This is what I want, me personally, knowing that each of you out there, that we're the same kind of people. We might be different shades, our genders might be different, but we are people. And we all got aspirations. We all want to be real good. And for some strange reason, we find some complications. So we can't be perfect, or we aren't perfect. We can accept that. But it seems in order for us to really be about something worthwhile, it's almost like we got to all try to be perfect. And in trying to be perfect, that means we have to care about others. We have to care about others. We don't want pain and suffering to come to them. We don't want anything to happen to them that we wouldn't want to happen to ourselves. That's just the way it is. And if we saw somebody going through some of the signs of things that we were saying, oh, we sure don't want to go through, then and there's a way we can help them, then we do that because we want the same reciprocation if we were in that position. Oh, yes, all of these things, we all feel like this. Maybe some of us might think it's funny, though, to see people in pain. Usually those people aren't in pain. They've usually done something else to avoid some of the pain. And yet some of them are in pain and probably feel that way because they are in that kind of pain, but they just don't know how to deal with it in a different way. And so they do this. And yet there's something that's still missing, and that's the one that wants it, that feel for everybody, you know, but like for instance, you know what you want. You know what's perfect for you. You know what will meet your needs, your wants, and your desires. You know what would be necessary to cause peace and prosperity and freedom, and joy and happiness and fulfillment and satisfaction. And for you to live your dreams, you know what that would require just by your experience. But if you think about it, if a miracle, let's say miracle, was to happen and you were to have that kind of experience, I'm sure that you would want everybody else to feel that same kind of way. And I'm sure everybody else would too, except there might be a few out there still who would take the opposite approach. I say these things, ladies and gentlemen, to say to you that for some strange reason, me being just like you, I'm a crook, I'm a thief, I've been to jail, I've lied, I've cheated, I've stolen, and you know, I've been to prison again. I've walked out on the government when I thought my government wasn't doing the right things. I let them know that I don't agree with that. And the only reason I'm able to do that, ladies and gentlemen, because for some strange reason, something happened to me. And it really wanted me to see everything being all right. I mean, like the bombing and stuff that's going on around the world, kids and old folks and people getting killed, property getting destroyed, all that stuff. Ooh, to me, that is some of the ugliest stuff. And ugly. So ugly, that means, when I say so ugly, that means so far from righteousness, so far from perfection. It's so far from it. And then you see places where people are denied food, clothing, maybe not all of them, but some of them, education and healthcare. Some people have been even treated like, ooh, don't even talk about slavery and taking folks' land, all that kind of stuff. Man, how can you, if you ever become aware of that, how can you live with it? How can you continue to walk in that history? And then people who are always constantly trying to get up, and it's always a no, you can't, and I'm gonna do everything to stop you. And then thinking you're just as righteous can be. You're thinking you're praising God. Now, could that be praising God when the others on the other side praying to God to stop this stuff? And it keeps on going? That tells me that we haven't disconnected yet. You see, because to me, I can't, as I said a moment ago, I want everybody to be free. in the sense of the word. And when you're doing the things that you do that continues this, what I would like to see messed up, eradicated, gone, when you continue in that stuff. And then you tell me you're out there saying how much you love God. You're out there saying how righteous you are. You're out there going to churches and paying your tithes and doing all the things that you do, all of the things that we've always done. And it stays the same. What's going on? What are we waiting on? It is in our hands. Look, the evilness that we've been seeing around us here in America over the past few years to eliminate all doubt, the devil is real. Because we see it every day. We get up walking in the devil's way. Going, getting up and going from here to there in the devil's way. And it's God. Where is God's representatives? See, that's what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I wanted to get to. God is everything that God has been said to be. But God has no representatives. Wherever God's representatives are, this kind of stuff ain't going on. No, I'm not saying it's perfect. You know, people keep on growing. Spirit keep on giving. But this kind of stuff, it appears as if there's no one here to represent God. And if we think just going to a building, walking around with a book on our hands or knowing the scriptures, we don't have to walk around with them, or dress up and go there and then sometimes go over there and pass out tracts and stuff like this. If we think that is serving God, you will see when it gets so bad that you can't pass out tracts anymore. And when you keep on trying to pass out tracts, things get so tough for you for trying to pass out tracts, you start feeling what other folks are feeling all the time. Why you were just satisfied with passing out tracts. You will find that you're not looking for people to pass out tracts when you're in that position. You're looking for God to come to your rescue. And I'm saying before you get there, don't go there. Fix it now. Fix it now. Stop lying. Stop cheating. Make our government, if our government say all men are created equal and they got all the rights, then prove it. Let's make sure that everybody got the things that we've been talking about that God is prepared for. Let's make sure that not only every American, but we can do that first since we're here, but let's be an example to the rest of the world. Let's prove that God is real. That you and I got a career that each of us loves, that gives us our greatest joy. And in exercising and engaging in it, we're creating enough food, enough clothing, enough shelter, enough education, enough health care, enough transportation, enough infrastructure, enough anything that you can imagine and desire to do, you do. And we, the human race, are blessed because it is the Spirit of God being generated, exercised through us, for us. And hey, baby, we're right here in heaven. How can we? Well, anyway, what I'm saying is this. This is what I want. This is what I'm standing up for. And I'm expecting everybody that say anything about God to learn from what I'm just sharing with you. You are not there based upon your receipts. But I want you. I want you. You know, somebody said, I'm going to be honest and tell you the truth. We talk about Jesus a lot. As if Jesus is really something special. We don't really understand Jesus, but we do say that. And Jesus said, according to what was written, that what he does, have done, and that you call so great, that others will do greater things. Greater things. Now I'm going to tell you something. For me, I don't care what you think about me, think I'm crazy if you want to. I just probably am. But for a human being to live on this earth, his greatest concern is to make sure, to play a major role, not make sure, because you really can't make sure that's better. Anyway, to give everything you got, your life, that every person get a chance to experience the greatness, even if it's of your imagination. If your imagination is so fantastic that all of the people are like Ooh, then go for it. Go for it. You got to start going making bombs and stuff. Go for it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think you got where I'm going. And I'm looking, and it seems as if anything I say further will be something that I'm repeating. So I'm going to leave it there. And I want to thank you so very much for giving me this your time. And I hope this is a blessing to you as it is to me. Until next time, Eddie Marcus, spokesman and advocate for you. Say goodbye for now.